Good day, St. Maarten. I'm Yesenia Lazaro.
And I'm Austin Lawrence.
Welcome back to another edition of St. Maarten NEWSDESK.
Brought to you by TV15.
We're bringing the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
Let's dive into our top headlines. Arrest made at airport for use of falsified passport. Immigration officers at Princess Juliana International Airport detained a passenger found with a falsified Dutch passport on Saturday. The Alpha team was called in to investigate and confirmed the document was indeed fake. The suspect was immediately arrested. Further checks revealed that the individual had used a false identity and is wanted by authorities in Suriname. Police force of St. Maarten KPSM has since been working closely with Interpol and Surinamese authorities as part of the ongoing investigation. Police say the case underscores the value of international law enforcement cooperation, helping ensure that fugitives are identified and brought to justice. The suspect remains in custody pending further investigation and coordination with the relevant international partners. Roadworks began Monday on St. James Road. The Ministry of Romy has announced that roadworks on St. James Road in Middle Region began on Monday, October 27th, as part of the concrete hard resurfacing project. The project, expected to last approximately 3 weeks, aims to improve drainage, road durability, and safety for motorists and pedestrians. During construction, St. James Road will be closed daily from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. A temporary bypass via Mount Repose Drive will also continue access to and from Middle Region Road for residents and emergency vehicles. Concrete will be poured in sections to ensure quality and longevity. The ministry has thanked residents and motorists for their patience and urge everyone to follow traffic signs and on-site directions. Guardianship system for Caribbean minors in the Netherlands to end November 1st. The long-standing guardianship agreement for minors from Curaçao and Sint Maarten who travel to the Netherlands will officially end on November 1st, 2025, following a joint decision by the three countries and the Netherlands Child Protection Board, RVDK. Originally established to safeguard children from the former Netherlands Antilles upon arrival in the Netherlands, authorities now say the arrangement is no longer necessary. The decision reflects changing circumstances, including improved communication tools that allow parents to supervise and guide their children remotely. Governments also agreed that maintaining a separate system for Caribbean minors was no longer equitable. According to Curaçao's government, the policy shift aligns with modern youth protection strategies, emphasizing parental involvement and digital oversight. Under the new framework, parents from Curaçao and St. Maarten retain full legal responsibility for their children while they reside in the Netherlands, who will now be treated the same as minors from any other country. The existing guardianship guidelines will be phased out, and the Ministry of Justice in Curaçao will lead an informational campaign to help parents understand the new procedures. This applies to minors traveling for education, medical care, or other purposes. Children from Bonaire, St. Eustatius, Saba, Curaçao, Aruba, and St. Maarten who moved to the Netherlands without a parent typically live with relatives or family friends in network foster families. In such cases, their local guardianship council must consult with the RVDK, which assesses the suitability of the temporary guardian and conducts follow-up checks after 3 months. Trimming trees or trimming nature, we take a closer look at how St. Maarten's National Sports Institute is walking the fine line between facility upgrades and environmental care in our featured stories. Up next, the weather.
A new day begins. The sun rises over St. Maarten, bringing new energy, new possibilities. This island was built on resilience, progress, and the strength of its people. Our connection is what moves us forward. It links our communities, our businesses, our families. From the heart of the island to the shores beyond, we've connected St. Maarten. From every street to every home, this network was built for St. Maarten by St. Maarten hands. Connection isn't just about signals, it's about people. This is your island and your network recharged. Proudly local, we're here for today, tomorrow, and every milestone ahead.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with a Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Maarten, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us. And that's your Sunshine Report, brought to you by the Met Department of Sint Maarten. Stay safe, stay friendly, Sunshine City.
MP Lacroes pushes for LNG transition at G.E.B.E, citing regional progress. Member of Parliament Francisco Lacroes is urging the government to accelerate the transition of G.E.B.E to liquefied natural gas, LNG, following successful energy reforms in Curaçao and Aruba. Curaçao's Aqualectra recently partnered with Wärtsilä and Eagle LNG partners to use LNG for power and water production, part of its goal to increase renewable capacity to 70% by 2027. The move has already yielded results. Aqualectra announced a nearly 18% rate reduction due to lower production costs and increased renewable use. Aruba's water and energy bedrijf, G.E.B.E, has also been using LNG since 2017 and continues to expand its dual-fuel power generation and import terminal projects. Lacroes, who previously proposed LNG adoption for St. Maarten, says the lack of progress since Parliament approved the motion is unacceptable. If the board and management can't deliver, they must be replaced. Our people can't keep paying hidden fees and high fuel surcharges, he said. He added that St. Maarten has missed opportunities by not accommodating LNG-powered ships at Port St. Maarten, causing potential transshipment revenue to go elsewhere. However, Lacroes revealed that a new port development plan already presented to government could reverse this trend and generate significant national income. The foundation has been laid, the path is set, and the possibilities are vast, Lacroes emphasized. The region is advancing and St. Maarten must not lag behind while our people continue to suffer. MP York says the people deserve answers, not silence on housing. Member of Parliament Darrell York has criticized the continued delay of his long-requested parliamentary meeting on the state of housing in St. Maarten, saying that the issue can't keep being pushed to the next chapter in government's book of promises. The meeting, first requested in May, while York chaired the VROMI committee, was postponed at the request of Minister of VROMI Patrice Gums to October. With October's final parliamentary agenda now published and no housing meeting scheduled, York says the government's silence is unacceptable. When the request was made, the minister has already been in office for 11 months. Now, 6 months later, there's still no update on housing or any plan moving forward, York said. He added that while he initially agreed to reschedule, the prolonged lack of communication is troubling. At this point, not even sharing plans or providing a basic update is deeply concerning. Our people have waited long enough. York also questioned the government's transparency on land acquisitions meant for housing development. Millions were spent on purchasing land. If there's a plan, share it with the parliament, with the people. If not, that raises even more concern. Reaffirming his commitment to hold the Ministry of Romy accountable, York said the time for patience has passed. It's not about figures or floor plans. It's about giving families hope that there's light at the end of the tunnel. The people deserve answers, not silence. Sint Maarten Lions Club prepares for annual Wally Havertong Christmas Bingo Spectacular. The Sint Maarten Lions Club is gearing up for its popular Lion Wally Havertong Christmas Bingo Spectacular, set for Saturday, December 13th at the Alice Convention Center in Madam Estate. The long-standing holiday tradition promises an evening of fun, community spirit, and prizes. Tickets cost $15 or 27 guilders, each including one bingo card, and are available from Lion Club members. The Lion Civic Center, Big D Photo Studio, and Focus Forward Media Studio. Extra cards will be sold on the night for $10. Participants can look forward to prizes such as Christmas baskets, restaurant vouchers, weekend getaways, and even a $1,000 Santa's bag cash prize. Proceeds from the event will fund key Lions Club community programs, including vision care, cancer and diabetes awareness, environmental protection, and youth and senior support initiatives. The club extends thanks to sponsors and donors for their continued support and invites the public to join in this festive celebration of giving and goodwill. They say you can't grow without cutting back, but what happens when that means cutting trees? Our feature explores how the National Sports Institute is finding a balance between sports, safety, and sustainability right after this commercial break. See you.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every life, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road.
Guess what? I got an idea. It's amazing. You see how we have the link? Sharing oil everywhere.
QR link,
the
yeah.
QR link.
Yeah.
Raw Caribbean Channel app. Yeah. You're welcome. Put it in the back.
But it's not an app, though. It's not an app. App, you have to like download something to get it on your phone, take up space. It's not an app.
It's like an app. Therefore, it can be an app. So, it's an app. Raw Caribbean TV app. Say it with me, Al. Come on.
It's not an app, though. All you got to do with that, it's a link. You take the link, you hit the bookmark, you say add to home screen, and so it shows up like an app icon. But it's not an app though.
Are you a real person? It is an app because you get to watch all the programs from Raw Caribbean at one place. It is an app.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but factually and technically, it's not an app. Kind of like we do the news, facts,
Yeah.
and you do that thing you do.
Whoa.
Point being, you just go to the QR, you hit bookmarks, and you hit add to home screen, and then you can have the link to, let's give it another name.
The app.
You want to call it the app?
Raw Caribbean TV app.
Jess.
Yes.
Jess, please, give some sense, Jess. Jess.
It's kind of like an app.
That's why she gets the big bucks.
It's not an app, though. It's not a app. What the It's not a app.
You kiss your mother with her mouth? My God. Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Yes.
It's not an app, though. On an island where open spaces are rare and concrete keeps spreading, the National Sports Institute, known as NSI, faces a unique challenge: growing sports infrastructure while preserving the little greenery that remains. What started as concern over two heavily trimmed eucalyptus trees. What started as concern over two heavily trimmed eucalyptus trees outside the L.B. Scott Sports Auditorium has become a broader conversation about how St. Maarten can balance progress with preservation. In our feature today, we asked, can sports growth and green spaces coexist? Two towering eucalyptus trees at the L.B. Scott Sports Auditorium, once the focus of public worry, are now sprouting new green leaves. The recovery is more than botanical, it's a symbol of a shift in thinking at the National Sports Institute. NSI Director Jisk Goslinger says the trees were never meant to be destroyed. The heavy trimming, he explained, was necessary to protect both the trees and the structure beneath them, a hurricane shelter whose safety takes priority during storm season. Branches were damaging the roof, shutters, even the walls. He said, we had to think safety first, but we also want to save the trees. That decision to cut back instead of cut down reflects NSI's evolving philosophy, one that values coexistence between development and the environment. Since the September trimming, both trees have begun to flourish again, their new growth offering living proof that balance is possible. But as Goslinger points out, the challenge goes far beyond two trees. NSI manages more than a dozen government-owned facilities and nearly 70,000 square meters of space, from district courts to major stadiums. Each requires constant upkeep, limited budgets, and careful choices about how greenery fits in. Every tree we add comes with maintenance costs, he said. Roots can damage drainage, leaves can clog pumps or tracks, so every planting decision has to be strategic. Despite those constraints, NSI's 3-year strategic plan, adopted earlier this year, commits to greening its facilities, from planting fruit trees to reducing single-use plastics and repurposing artificial turf. At the Rahul Illid Sports Complex, Goslinger envisions transforming the surrounding hillside into a green mount of fruit trees, a space that adds beauty, shade, and national character. When international teams visit, they always say, you have sports in paradise, Goslinger recalled. That's our identity, playing against the backdrop of green hills and blue skies. He also dreams of expanding NSI's work beyond sports to public playgrounds and parks, where families can enjoy safe, shaded spaces. Picture picnic tables, skate parks, and fruit-bearing trees, places where nature and community thrive side by side. Still, the road ahead requires funding, patience, and continued public trust. For now, NSI's priority remains repairing aging infrastructure. Bleachers, stands, and facilities still recovering from years of wear and hurricanes. Yet Goslinger believes that once the hardware of sports is fixed, the software, programs, beautification, and sustainability will define St. Maarten's next chapter. We're not just building facilities, he said, we're building identity, spaces that reflect who we are: safe, modern, green, and proud. Those two eucalyptus trees at LB Scott are standing tall again, living reminders that balance is possible when progress respects nature. As the National Sports Institute continues its mission to strengthen sports across the island, its commitment to sustainability may well redefine what home turf means for future generations. Because when it comes to growth, it's not just about building fields, but about nurturing the ground beneath them.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Maarten News Desk.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday morning at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and then across the social media platforms. I am Austin Lawrence.
And I'm Jessiana Lassiter, wishing you an amazing evening. See you tomorrow.
You should say it.
Stay friendly, St. Maarten.
Boom.